Hello guys, welcome back to 1878 Blues. Sorry for no pre-match opinions on the game. But yeah, Everton beat Brighton 1-0. A fantastic result for Everton. We just, at points in this game, I felt like we was decimated in terms of the team with some injuries during the game, and then obviously being down to 10 men for the last quarter of the game. I don't know whether ref got 8 minutes at the end, by the way, and 7 minutes for the first. Maybe, obviously, the VAR decision took a while. But yeah, the second one, the 8 minutes for the end of the game was just ridiculous, in my opinion. I don't know if you should add in a minute on every time Jordan Pickford was taking his time. But yeah, fantastic win. I went down there. It's very random, the stadium where it's put. It's like someone's just on a video game and decided to put a stadium by a motorway with big landscape around it, like of fields and whatnot. It was a strange place to have a stadium, but the stadium was nice as well. It felt very seasidey, like, and also there was seagulls actually flying above the stadium a number of times in the game. I don't think I've seen any other birds aside from a seagull, so it's pretty fitting for that football club to have something like that happen. But yeah, we wasn't great. Defensively, we all stuck together. It did feel, again, a little bit like a Sean Dyche kind of type of win, because obviously people compare Moyes and him quite similar in terms of their play styles and whatnot. But I don't know, with the way Sean Dyche's been this season, the way if we did score first and we've got the second half to play, and it's away from home, we don't normally tend to hold it out. So, and against a good Brighton side as well, who hasn't got a good record against Everton at home, to be honest. I don't think they've even beaten us at home, which is mad. But they've had more fun at Goodison Park, of course. Yeah, I just thought that the first half was pretty poor from both sides, attacking wise. Brighton had the odd shot from distance at first, but Pickford wasn't really troubled at all. And then all of a sudden we had a long ball go top. Beto was chasing onto the ball, and all the fans and plus me, people around me was thinking, it was just a corner or something. And there's a few incidents in the first half that like there was things going on which we didn't understand what was going on. But yeah, there was a VAR check, and then first look at it, it just looked like to me Beto, I wouldn't even say fouled, because I know you could say, well, if he's pushed him over, then it's a foul. But I think he just banged into him, and then his hands accidentally, as the ball's, going nowhere really. And, it's just hit his hand when he's fallen. So I didn't think it was going to count from literally one image I seen on the screen, or one video play of the screen. And yeah, and then all of a sudden it was given a penalty. I obviously looked at it after the game, and I can see why now. But yeah, one look at it, and yeah, penalty, and Dye stepped up. I was hoping it was him out of anyone. I just think he's the most composed player on the pitch. And yeah, slotted him brilliantly right in the corner. Goalkeeper went the right way. But yeah, fortunately for us, it went in. 1-0 up. Does he get the yellow card? Didn't even know till after the game what it was for. And it was the seagull celebration, which is just a joke. It just takes the fun out of football, doesn't it? At the end of the day, I don't think one player on the pitch is going to cause crazy animosity with fans. I think if there's ever trouble if there's ever going to be trouble with fans, it's between them and the opposition, to be honest, opposition fans. So I don't think, you get the odd incidents in football, but at the end of the day, it's an emotional game anyway, and you're just an idiot if you react to something like that and cause violence. So the fact of punishing the players for it, and just punishing the game in the sense of the entertainment value of it, and you can't do little things like that, is ridiculous to me. But we move. But yeah, second half, it's just Brighton v Everton. I think we had about 2 run-ins on our side of the goal. Unfortunately, we didn't get much entertainment on our side. Aside from Pickford jumping up, their goalkeeper just jumping up and down now. I'm just sitting down basically because he didn't have much to do in the second half. Beto had a shot. It looked like he was always going to fall over. He's just not good enough, Beto. I really loved his character and the way he is, and I really, when you see people like that, you really actually want them to do more and do better than a number of other players at the club. But he's just simply not good enough. I don't know how and what we've looked at when buying him. I've seen a few clips. He looked less. He looked like he's fallen all over the place in this country. In Italy, he looked like he was a bit more stable on the ball when he was running onto it. But yeah, shot goes wide on the side net, and then we just had to hold on for dear life. Don McCarvalhoon went off for the first half after 10 minutes. I just knew it was a hamstring. I didn't even know what going on, but I just had a feeling. It's normally the case when you just go down with no contact. So yeah, that, and then Mangala went off. Garner come back in the squad. James Garner, that is. I don't know who he came on for, but yeah, we had Patson eventually coming on. I was worried slightly at first, and now I look at it, it was probably the right decision by Moyes, but at first I thought we were putting too many defensive players on. I mean, how much are we going to take more of Brighton, even though they didn't trouble us too much? They had one shot on target. I think it was from the centre mid, Benale or something. I can't think of his name. But anyway, great shot, and then I think it's just, I think Jared Balfour's got his head onto it and went out for a corner. But they had huffs and puffs. Matoma had a shot, just gone wide. I think João Pedro in the first half was close with a header or something, or he just had a header on goal. Or header over the bar, something like that. And yeah, it was a good little away day, sorry. Yeah, very long journey. It took about 5.5 hours, 6 hours to get there with one break. And then about 5.5 coming back with one break. Yeah, it was a very long day. But listen, it feels better when you travel that far with us getting the win and getting a clean sheet as well. So I was over the moon with that. I was just very tired at the end of it. Like, the people was chanting on the coach, and I lost my voice anyway throughout the game, and it was just it was very long day there. It was about a 20-hour day, so I probably won't be doing that far again. Maybe London is probably the furthest I'll go, but yeah, we got the win. That's the main thing, and got 2 wins out of 2 now. I wouldn't say Dave Moyes is changing everything. I know you can get a bounce on it, and he's probably altered a few things, but there's people like really going crazy over that David Moyes already, and he's transformed everything, all these words and stuff. To me, it's still, Brighton have a record against Everton. I know it's, people go, well, they've still got different players there, it's different seasons and this and that. Can't look into that too deeply, but you face the Tottenham squad as well, was all over the place. We got beaten today 2-1 at home to Leicester, so I'm kind of buzzing with that, because that's our next game. And I thought, if Ruud van Nistelrooy lost another game today, I think he would have been sacked. I'm going to be honest, I think 8 in a row, and they'll be like, yeah, it was against Tottenham though, but still, to lose 8 in a row in the Premier League, you're on knife edge there, and I would have rather him be in the dugout against Everton next week. Even though that could probably, we don't know now if Leicester starts winning some games, I don't really know, but I just preferred them to not lose again today. I'd rather have him in the dugout. But yeah, them 2 games, Brighton today, it's a still fantastic result against both teams, with the way we've been playing this season, who we have available and whatnot. It's still fantastic 2 wins, but like, I wouldn't get, if we beat Leicester at home next week, then you could start really thinking, wow, it's going really well, because predominantly we play in the last few years against teams at home, promoted teams. And I know Leicester's not really a championship club. They've been really, for most of my life, I think they've been in the top division. And they've only just gone down as well and come back up. So I wouldn't really deem them as much. But they do have championship players in their team, I believe, as well, in my opinion. But if we beat them at home, any team who comes up seems to challenge us at home. So if we beat them at home, and it's 3 wins from 3, 3 wins from 4, and 3 on the bounce, that'll be absolutely massive, because it'll take us on 26 points then, and you really start thinking, the line is probably about 35 points, 36 points, and changes every season, but you just kind of like look at that first and go, can you get to that as soon as possible and not make it a nervy ending of the season, which we don't want. We want to celebrate Goodison in the right way. And I think if you want to get the work done now, get it done now with all these home games coming up. So I really do hope, again, it's a massive opportunity. It's guttering about Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and I don't, I'm not the biggest fan of him, but I think what Moyes wants to do is play around and basically make it easier for him to get opportunities and score. And he's been a bit more of a handful in the past 2 games against Villa and Tottenham. So it's a shame now that we could be missing him, because Better's just simply not good enough. I don't know why everyone keeps calling Better to play instead of Calvert-Lewin. I don't know. I called for it once because it was getting that bad with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I thought it can't get any worse, but people still call for him, and it's like, he's not good enough. And I've seen it live in the flesh a few times now, and it's simply just not good enough. He's just not a good enough footballer. And yeah, I'm slightly worried now with Brozier out as well. We'll just have to see and see if we can make any signings before that game against Leicester, which I doubt. We have to see. Mangala's a big miss as well. He's been very good for us, I feel. I think one of the most consistent performers this season, alongside Ndiaye. So, yeah, 2 blows. Just hopefully they're not as bad as what you're seeing, but it's a real big month, coming up as well. Big month coming up for us, and to get a win against Leicester would be massive, absolutely massive. It's just to widen that gap even more, but so we'll see. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.